The second phase of the Tour de France begins today. We've headed south for a start in Toulouse, ever closer to the Pyrenees, where the GC race will soon ignite. From the Pink City, it's the climb to Hautacam, where Pogacar seeks redemption. Then a brutal uphill time trial, Super Bagnaia is back after 36 years, and break or sprint to Carcassonne. 6 years after the last finish in the Pink City, the Tour returned to Toulouse. Traditionally for sprinters, this parcours suits a punchy escape and certainly plenty of candidates. Jonas Abrahamsen joined by David Ballerini and Mauro Schmidt, but not the only three interested in joining the break. Two groups forming behind the lead trio and the peloton, no one wanting to be left behind.
Push hard here, guys. Short turns. We've got to close this.
These two riders are about to make it to the front, so Bergado and Wright are about to join Schmidt, Abrahamsen and Ballerini to make it 5 riders at the front.
Relative calm at the front of the race, but anything but in the peloton. Kevin Vauquelin, Quinn Simmons and Wout van Aert agitating off the front, and Jonas Vingegaard also instigating. The Visma leaders attacked, covered. The yellow jersey of Ben Healy and Tadej Pogacar keeping tabs. Then a strong chase group finally formed, Mathieu van der Poel among those joining Simmons and Van Aert. Could they bridge the gap to the breakaway? The chasing group made inroads but still 30 seconds down, the leaders refusing to make it easy to join, heading into the toughest challenge of the day. At the Côte Pêche David, the two strongest from the day's initial break leading the way. Abrahamsen of Uno X and Jaco Alula's Schmidt working together for now, knowing Van der Poel was piloting alone behind them. A fitting climax for this red-hot race in Toulouse.
Remco
and there's the attack.
Here goes Vingegaard. Big attack of Jonas Vingegaard on the climb. Huge move over the top. The 3 favourites at the front, Remco Evenepoel, Tadej Pogacar. Ben Healy needs to react.
And good riding there by Tadej Pogacar. Needs to be on the wheels straight away. Now he's going to have this little descent where he's going to recover.
Abrahamsen on the wheel of Mauro Schmidt. This is a massive moment for both these riders. Schmidt looks over his shoulder. He knows that Van der Poel can close 10 seconds in 400 metres, no problem. 600 metres to go. Abrahamsen gets ready. Mauro Schmidt on his debut in the Tour de France, looking for a stage win. They swing across the road. They've got 450 metres to go. Van der Poel comes round the corner and he's hunting them down. Can Van der Poel close the gap? Schmidt checks again. Abrahamsen refuses to go through. He plays poker with the best poker face in the business. Mauro Schmidt kicks. Abrahamsen goes for the line. Abrahamsen looking to try and give Uno X Mobility their first ever stage win in the Tour. Mauro Schmidt comes back. It's almost going to be a photograph on the line. A stupid person on the left. Abrahamsen gives Uno X Mobility their first ever stage win in the Tour de France.
And there's more attacks of Vauquelin again. Only
goes everybody.
Oh, there's a big crash.
Oh, huge crash. And the world champion is down. Pogacar hits the deck. A massive crash of the world champion. Now he needs some help. The neutral service is there. There's a little bit of panic in Pogacar right now. He's not inside. There's no sprint zone.
I repeat, we do not pull. After the crash of somebody, we do not pull.
He's only 7 seconds behind. No one is taking advantage of the crash of Tadej Pogacar. Yates brings him back. And if they have decided to wait, then that is sporting etiquette at its very best.
All good today, all good. All good, all good. Respect to the mouth. Respect to everybody. Thank you.
And now we can find out, is Tadej Pogacar okay after what was a very big crash?
Third time lucky for Abrahamsen. Finally a winner on the Tour de France, as are Uno X. And Ben Healy, another day shining in yellow. Hautacam, the launch of the Pyrenees trilogy, the final climb nearly 14k at 7.8%. 3 years ago, Vingegaard won as Pogačar cracked. Will it be a repeat or revenge on the cards?
Lap for today. Keep a good overview, guys, in the beginning. Guys, this is such a big group, but it will slow down because there'll be lots of passengers. Current gap 35 seconds, and we just keep chipping away with Casper together with UAE.
Trying to cool down in 30+ degree heat. Yet after 50 kilometres, a colossal breakaway group of 51 riders. Ineos with no fewer than 5 in the lead group, all riding in memory of their late sporting director, Nicolas Portal. And their leader, Carlos Rodriguez, the best placed escapé, 12th overall and nearly 6 minutes from Ben Healy's yellow jersey. Fan excitement may be contrasted with some trepidation from those on the road. The Col de Soulor, the first mountain of this year's race. Around 2 minutes gap, could Escapés make a move for stage success? Meanwhile, Visma setting the pace in the GC favourites group. It proved too hot to handle for some.
The white jersey is cracking on this climb already. Remco Evenepoel is being dropped. Look at Axel Laurence, literally at a standstill. Whoa, stay on the road, Axel, don't topple over. Ben Healy is distanced, the yellow jersey is starting to find it hard, and he is trying desperately to limit the loss.
Michael Woods the first to reach the summit, the Canadian with max King of the Mountain points and moves second, 5 points behind Lenny Martinez. On the descent, Woods was joined by Scaramosa and Bruno Armirail. It was the Frenchman who elected to kick on as they started the Col de Bordère, but a long way to make a Tour de France dream come true. Armirail with 2 minutes to protect from the group containing Pogačar and Vingegaard, a long descent before the Or category climb to Hautacam.
The 4 chasers have now been caught. They're going to roll into this group now. So Woods, Rubio, Schelmoser, Storer. One leader with an advantage of 2 minutes is Bruno Armirail. .5 kilometres, 7.8%. We're on the first Oars category climb of the Tour. Adam Yates says, I can't.
No, I can't.
Shakes his head. Narvaez now starts the acceleration and really starts to ramp it. Vingegaard can't go. Vingegaard cannot respond, and Pogačar attacks. Now the world champion puts in a hammer blow, and Vingegaard cannot respond in any way. And Pogačar has ripped away as though he has been fired out of a firework.
Yeah, we know when Vingegaard looks behind, it looks always just a bad moment, but he's not totally exploded yet.
You can catch him back, come on.
Question is, how much time can Pogačar take by the top, because he could be putting this Tour de France out of sight by the time he gets to the top of Hautacam today.
Pogačar with a potentially defining Tour blow, the gap to Vingegaard growing 10 seconds every further kilometre the Slovenian climbed.
We had that before, it's also a mental game, you do your thing.
Two Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe riders in the nearest chase, and it was Lipovitz rather than leader Roglic stretching his legs from the group.
A tornado has struck on Hautacam. The defending champion destroys his rivals. Tadej triumphs on Hautacam, 20 stage wins in the Tour de France. And now we wait to find out what the time gaps are going to be. It has been a tough chase up this mountain. Once the world champion went, it was all about a matter of survival and holding your place in the Tour. Jonas Vingegaard has won on Hautacam before. Today he has been beaten by the better man. 2 minutes and 11 seconds is the drop. Look at Lipovic as he comes up to the finish.
Pogačar banishing memories of cracking in 2022 by torching the man who broke him, the Slovenian storming back into yellow. Pyrenees Part 2, and it's the second time trial of this tour with a major twist. Peyragudes on the menu with its climb not for the faint-hearted, 11 kilometres and nearly 8%. Organisers chose to relax the stress on the peloton after yesterday's efforts. The time limit increased to the best time, plus 40%. A welcome increase, especially the sprinters. Jonathan Milan, though, not in danger, although his green jersey continues to be from the exploits of Tadej Pogačar. The early standard bearer was Luke Plapp at 24 minutes and 58 seconds, the Australian ITT champion knocking nearly 3 minutes off the previous best time.
Come on, heavy to the back, come on, let's fight with the bike, come on, let's fight.
A great effort from Lenny Martinez, just 23 seconds off Plapp's time, but only the top 10 on the stage would pick up any King of the Mountain points. Evenepoel with a tall order to repeat his Caen TT triumph, while Vingegaard with an arduous task to claw back time.
This is Remco Evenepoel. This is not a good time trial. Maybe yesterday's taken a lot out of him because he's going to be well down on Roglic by 26 seconds.
And Roglic coming into the final 200 meters.
Roglic is arriving at the finish line. This is a great time trial from the Slovenian, and he even accelerates at the finish. Primož Roglic isn't done yet. He's going to stop the clock and smash the time of Luke Plapp. Roglic goes top of the leaderboard. The gap is 3:31 between Pogačar and Vingegaard. Between him and Remco Evenepoel, it's another 1 minute and 14 seconds. Pogačar is arriving at the second split, and he's going to go top of the leaderboard by 23 seconds. This is a good ride by Lipovic. He's going to lose time on his teammate, but it's still a great performance. 24:56 for Lipovic. What's happened to Remco Evenepoel here?
Oh, it looks like the gears are slipping. Yeah.
He's having a bad day on this time trial. He can't get the gears going here.
Go on, you see Remco there, really suffering.
Remco Evenepoel, 250 metres from the line. But it's an awful crawl to the finish. Look at Vingegaard now. He wants to catch the white jersey. Remco just wants the finish line to get there. But Vingegaard is closing in with every single pedal rev. He's got a carrot to chase.
Difference of speed there from the helicopter shot is insane. You really see how Vingegaard is pumping there with a bit of nice cadence, putting a bit of power. 1 minute 20 to go to the line.
Remco is hanging on to some sort of form by his fingernails. Vingegaard is hauling his way closer. This is giving him such an incentive. Can he catch him? 100 meters now. Remco Evenepoel has had a horrible time trial. The Olympic champion has suffered so badly today, like he suffered yesterday, and Vingegaard catches him for 2 minutes and goes by. Vingegaard sprints for the finish line. It's going to be a beating of Roglic. Smashes the time. 23 minutes 36. Well, guys, you've gone pretty quick, but now I'm about to show you how fast you can ride this time trial. Because look at the time, and he's only got 150 meters to go.
Yes, he's giving everything. Just again, the head's rocking there. Probably going to try and sprint for the line.
Well, Vingegaard has produced a sparkling third phase of this time trial, but yet again the yellow jersey is just going to turn the heat up even more as he reaches the top of the climb. The crowd urging him on. The yellow jersey of Tadej Pogačar is just going to obliterate all of the other times as he wins another stage. 36 seconds faster.
Tour stage win number 21. No one has ever won so many so young. How many more will the 26-year-old claim before the edition is over? A savage day in the mountains, the Col de Tourmalet and a summit finish on Luchon Super Bagnères. Overall, nearly 5,000 metres of elevation, a true leg breaker of a stage. No break successfully formed. That meant when the peloton reached the intermediate sprint, Jonathan Milan was able to grab the top 20-point haul ahead of Mathieu van der Poel and Benami Girmay. Tadej Pogacar himself snapping up 3 points. Then the real business. Here came the Tourmalet. Too much though for some.
That's the moment.
This rider has given us so much to talk about in the Tour de France over the last 2 years. He's a real champion, but right now the body is giving out, and Remco Evenepoel is a shadow of himself.
At the back, number 21, Remco Evenepoel, forced to retire from the Tour de France.
A trio did make it up the road, Arensman, Rubio and the polka dots of Lenny Martinez, but on the Tourmalet incline, the bunch swelled with quality. Tobias Johannesson, 8th placed overall, a GC danger to those in the peloton. Wisma duo Simon Yates and Sepp Kuss in contention. This the cam before the storm.
Ben O'Connor ups the tempo. He wants to split this race up a little bit more.
Yet it was Martinez to leave Jaco Alula's leader in his dust and solo over the famous Tourmalet summit. Wearing the polka dots for Pogacar, Martinez now the virtual king of the mountains. The Frenchman added a further 5 points on Col d'Aspin, but appeared happy for the support of compatriot Valentin Paris-Peintre and Sepp Kuss. 50 kilometres to go, the chase group with a few minutes to make up, 3 minutes back to the peloton.
Oh, there's an acceleration.
Acceleration of Tim and Arensman. Arensman decides, having had Rodriguez ride for him, that it's time to go. 36.7 kilometres.
Over the penultimate climb, Arensman building a lead with a lack of cohesion in the chase. The yellow jersey looked serene. What was in store for the finale? Could Ineos claim a first Tour stage win in 2 years?
Toman Arensman heading towards the top of this climb, and then he'll get set for the final rise to Super Bagnères. And now Vingegaard starts the acceleration, and Pogacar just trying to sit down and come back. Vingegaard looks, another big acceleration, and Pogacar pedals his way back onto the wheel. Getting dropped now. Lipovic is trying to go, but Lipovic is struggling. Vingegaard really almost hits the fan. Looks around. Is that the only attack of the day? And here goes another attack. Vingegaard strikes one more time. Tries to get rid of Pogacar. Pogacar is still there. The fans are so close to these riders, far too close. But now we've reached the Pyrenees. He sits up. It is a debut stage win for amazing Arensman. Vingegaard gets ready because he wants to beat Pogacar to the finish line and just give him a little reminder that he's there. And can he do it? Pogacar strikes. They go for the finish line. Pogacar in that yellow jersey. He's going to take time. Vingegaard cracks just on the run and he's unable to go with it. He wanted a little bit more seconds, but Pogacar takes a time bonus and takes another 3 or 4 seconds ahead of Vingegaard.
Arensman, top of the Pyrenees and top of the world. First win in 2 years for Ineos, brought by the Dutchman. But the best, still undoubtedly in yellow, Tadej Pogacar. Sprint or breakaway? The last 2 winners at Carcassonne were Mark Cavendish and Jasper Philipsen, but this seemed prime for a punching success. Plenty ready to empty the tank before the rest day.
Du mouvant derrière Nils Paulus, Plusieurs coureurs tentent de s'extraire du peloton. Chute dans le peloton, attention, chute dans le peloton, on va traverser de haute rive. Attention, crash in the back, crash in the back.
So you hear me?
Yes, Lulu.
You crash, Lulu? Yes, I dislocated the shoulder, but I put it back. Ah, okay.
Julien Alaphilippe looked the worst affected but did continue. The carnage meant GC riders Lipowitz, Onley and Vingegaard had to make up a minute to the yellow jersey group. Thankfully, what goes around comes around. UAE had clearly not forgotten what unfolded on stage 11. Visma with two cards in play, Van Aert and Campenaerts. Tim Wellens hoping to strike for UAE, or could it be Van der Poel or Mohoric winning the day? That group shrunk by the time they climbed the second difficulty of the day at the Côte de Sorez. But a counter-attack was brewing with Carlos Rodriguez ready to make a move. The Ineos rider 10th in the overall standings, and by the summit of the climb, the Spaniard bridged the gap to the head of the race. The winner of the stage destined to be from the Escapades.
And it's the two riders again at the front, Storer and Quinn Simmons. And it's Michael Storer over the top ahead of Quinn Simmons, Victor Campenaerts and Tim Wellens.
Oh, attack there from Tim Wellens.
Another big move. Tim Wellens has been sitting on all day today, but he decides
Barguil.
Time to go. Barguil reacts.
So this is kind of the little road we're going to have for a while. It's not really a real downhill. It is going down, but it's one of those where you need to pedal, keep on top of power. Oh, and Campenaerts has been kind of drifting back there from this group. It'd be so important for him to get that win.
It would give UAE another victory. Quinn Simmons has just gone on the attack. Another big move by Captain America as he tries to get himself finally across, and yet again. Here's Campenaerts still fighting on to try and give Visma Lease Bike second place on the podium today. Tim Wellens is getting ready to celebrate a ferocious attack to go solo for over 40 kilometers. The high fives for the Belgian champion, who gives Belgium something to shout about today in the Tour de France. He's going to soak this in. The Belgian champion waves to the crowd as he approaches the finish line here in historic Carcassonne. Fabulous Tim Wellens wins stage 15, a stage winner in all three Grand Tours. Take a bow. Getting ready for the sprint. Jasper Stuyven is leading it out because Thabo Nace is in that group of riders. But it's going to be a Belgian 1-2. Visma Lease Bike takes second place with Victor Campenaerts. And in third place, I think it's going to be three Belgians. Oh, right through the middle.
Yes, that's Alaphilippe.
Alaphilippe.
And what a sprint by Rodriguez.
UAE could not have written a better script for this Tour de France. Pogacar in yellow with 4 stage wins so far, before Wellens added a fantastic 5th for the team. The Slovenian still with over 4 minutes in hand over Vingegaard. Jonathan Milan is starting to feel the heat in his green jersey. Heading into the rest day at the end of week 2. The Italian was pointless on the stage. Mathieu van der Poel is starting to make up ground. Lenny Martinez retained the King of the Mountains jersey. It wasn't under threat on the day, but certainly will be in the final week. So the question is, can the Frenchman hold on to it? Pogacar within 8 points of him, and Tiemann Arensman, after his victory on stage 14, is also close by. Well, despite the crash that disrupted his ride, Florian Lipowitz is still in the white jersey, having taken over from the abandoned Remco Evenepoel. He still has the same gaps as before over Oscar Onley and Kevin Vauquelin. Tim Wellens with the finale to week 2. What does the final week of 2025 Tour de France have in store?